Hello, hello, hello. It is Samantha Sutherland here of Autumn Fox and Rabbit Crafts. It has been some time since I've made my last video. Annoyingly, in my last video I did mention that I had done something quite gnarly to my arm. I have tears in the tendons, I have chronic tennis elbow. Because of that, it meant that I had to give up for some time cross-stitching, knitting and sewing, and any crafts, paper crafts, anything like that. Anything where I had to use my arm, I had to give it up for a little while. So in a kind of moment of upset, I boxed everything up. I bagged up my wool stash, of which I have a tiny stash compared to a lot of people. I have 98-ish balls of wool. I boxed up all of my cross-stitch stuff, and that was quite sad because I was really enjoying cross-stitch. And I also stopped watching anything floss tube or knitting related or anything like that. The only thing I've ever really kept watching, because it's sewing, I liked to watch, still like to watch sewing. I watched The Last Homely House and Retro Claude. But I did take up reading and I went back to my art for a little while. I have good days and bad days, and I think I'm slowly coming out of the worst of it. So, I really should have introduced myself properly. I've just realised, because if you're new here, you've absolutely no idea who I am or what my channel is. I am Samantha Sutherland of Autumn Fox and Rabbit Crafts. I am a knitter. Well, I kind of was until I had to give it up for a little while. A cross stitcher and a sewer. Sewist, sewing person. Because whenever I say sewer and you write it down, it makes it look like sewer. I know, the words are the same, spelling. So yes, I'm a sewist as well. I'm not very good at making clothes. In fact, I'm absolutely rubbish. I love making accessories. Add cushions and things. In fact, I have some ideas for Christmas presents if I'm actually able to start using my arms slowly again. I have been wearing this very beautiful wrist splint, which I really should be wearing now because it's quite sore now, but it's a pain in the bum. It's supposed to stop your arm from moving, and that's what it does, and yeah, it gets in the way from time to time. So where can you find me? At the moment, the three places you can find me is here on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook as Autumn Fox and Rabbit Crafts, and you can find me on Ravelry under the username Autumn F and the letters R Crafts. Anything I mention, anyone I talk about, or any products I might mention or anything, I will link underneath the video. So yes, don't worry. I wanted to start by saying I'm so super excited. The reason I am back making a video for my little channel, and I'm really hoping I can grow my channel, especially kind of by next year. If I can get maybe 100 subscribers, I might do some kind of a giveaway or a prize draw or something. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't thought that far ahead. I try not to. But yes, I got very excited because last night I knitted for the first time since I don't know when, beginning of this year. I'm knitting a shawl. It's getting to be a rather large shawl because I want to wear it like a shawl. A nice warm cozy shawl. And I'm knitting it in Berger de France. I think I'm knitting it in Recycling, which is an Aran weight wool. This is the colour. I started it in this colour, and basically I ran out of this. I had 2 balls of this. This is 2 balls, I think. I'm knitting it in this now, and then I'm going to go into this one. And when I finish this ball is when I will have finished the shawl. So yes, I got very excited because I found that I could knit. I knitted 4 rows of the shawl last night, and I had this big smile on my face, and I'm like, to my husband, look, I can knit again, and I'm not looking while I'm knitting, because I can knit stockinette stitch without knitting. Stocking garter, I can't remember which is which. The one where you knit continuously, that one. I also need to get new circular needle cable, because this is a little bit small now. And I have this beautiful needle holder. I will have to go back through my Etsy purchases to let you know where I got this from and how much it was. I will link everything, like I said, underneath the video. I also found my pretty bag, which again, Etsy buy. I bought this late one night when I couldn't sleep. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. I suffer from chronic illness and chronic bowel disease. I suffer from Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I suffer from fibromyalgia, migraines, and irritable bowel syndrome, which sometimes likes to turn into diverticulitis, because it's not fun enough having IBS. When they all kind of hit at once, they can make me really ill, and especially the last couple of weeks, I have just been so, in fact, the last kind of 2 or 3 months maybe, I've actually been quite ill with it. And if anyone who watches this channel or who comes across this video, maybe you yourself suffer something similar, so you'll know what I'm talking about. I took up reading because I couldn't knit, sew, or cross stitch or slow stitch anymore at the moment. So I was even too tired to carry on reading. I'm reading Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day. I was too tired to even continue reading that. I haven't read any more of it since October. I have this little bag of tricks. I found my beekeeper's quilt pattern I printed off about 10 years ago, along with Retro Claude, who's also knitting this, which I forgot to mention in one of her videos. I meant to comment. I too am knitting the beekeeper's quilt. I haven't got very far, and I keep forgetting how to start the hexapot off, and I'm not actually going to stuff mine. You're meant to stuff them. You can stuff them with either like lavender or something like that, or with that I like toy stuffing, but I'm not. I'm going to do it so it's knitted as the hexagon. Then I'm going to sew them all together. It's probably because I'm absolutely probably a little bit mad. Ooh, what's this? It's a matching one to this. Oh, cool. I didn't know that I had this. I forgot. I packed everything away, and I suffer from memory problems. I forgot I even bought some Zing Knit Pro, never been opened, fixed circular needles. And I also bought some Prim DPNs. I don't know where the rest have gone, because you're supposed to have 5, aren't you? These nimble needles, I watched his videos quite a lot. He mentioned how you should use, if you suffer from arthritis or hand problems, which I have both, they're triangular, and they're supposed to help with lessening the impact on the fingers. In fact, this ball of wool came from, there was a mum I made friends with at my daughter's school, and for a year, nearly 2 years, I had no idea what she was called. And sadly her mother passed away, and she was wanting to take up knitting again, or she crochets and knits, but she wanted to knit something in wool that she didn't have, so she was buying some new wool. And I was going to make the Bing Pot beanie with this wool right before my arm really gave up. And this is a Woolly Badger pattern from Jackie Badger of the Woolly Badger podcast. And that's what I'm knitting, because also there is a pattern, I think it's on Ravelry. It's in my Ravelry stash thing. It's a mosaic knitting pattern, and I found the kit, but I didn't want to buy the kit in case I couldn't knit it. And then my arm gave up wanting to work properly for a while. So I bought this, and with the wool that the lovely mum from my daughter's school gave me, she gave me quite a few balls of really beautiful wool, and I was going to knit this, but I decided that I'd have a go at knitting hexapots with it first to see if I can actually knit them, because there's plenty of wool to knit one of these hats. And I've got loads of other pretty cool stuff in here. from Craft House Magic, because I was going to knit a woolly hat for my daughter. I'd started knitting it and everything. I couldn't get the gauge right though. I bought these, which are made with love leather labels that you fold over onto whatever you've knitted, and then you sew it on, and then it's there forever, so they know you knitted it. And yeah, so I found this by sheer accident. So I've got hair in my mouth, and I didn't even know I had this. Not all this lot. I forgot I had all this lot, to be honest. And I don't know if you've seen it advertised. Oh, by the way, I have no script, so I may go. I'm going on a tangent, obviously, going from one thing to another, because literally I'm running my daughter's bath for bath time too. And I just was so excited that I'd knitted last night that I wanted to come on and let everybody on my little channel know. So I just thought I'd do a really quick hello, I'm still around and I'm definitely coming back video, because I'm so excited. But I would absolutely love to buy this. I don't know if you've seen it advertised. This is Daphne's Diary 2024 advent calendar, and it's got handmade papers and washi tapes and labels and papers, and it's so pretty, but I can't afford it right now. If I can afford it, I will show you, but I probably won't get it this year. If they bring one out next year, I'm probably going to get it next year. In fact, next year, because I was going to go this year, I was all ready to buy my tickets and everything, and then, like I said, my arm was so bad, I didn't really want to go to a place that was full of wool and people asking, what are you knitting? What are you knitting? Are you a crocheter or a knitter? And I'd be like, I'm not doing anything right now because my arm's really sore. So I didn't want to be that person at Yarndale. So I missed it for this year. I am saving to go next year. There's a lot of things I'm hoping to do next year. I don't know how I did that with my hand. I've not a clue. But basically, my daughter is in what was my studio, and I did make a video about how I was in my scruffs cleaning out the room, and it was really grotty, because basically we had cowboy builders and all the dust from the building, dust from the bathroom went in there and it went over everything, and there was so much rubbish in there. We've literally been right, final, gone. If it's not got a use, it's gone. I think they call it Swedish death cleaning. There was a Marie Kondo method, and even she's dumped her method because she had a baby and everything. And you have kids, you really don't care about the very small things. You tidy when you can tidy, and if you can't, you can't. And it's the same when you've got a chronic illness. You tidy when you can, and when you can't, yes, you beat yourself up about it, but then you go, well, maybe I'll do it another day. And then you get the energy to do it, and then yay. And then you pay for it, which is what's happened this week. I was, clearing the mould from the ceiling with a mop and mould spray, and I looked like something from a crime scene because I had this white thing that is zipped up. I don't know if you can hear that. That's my daughter. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing. I haven't a clue. Which is one of the reasons why I try not to make videos when she's at home. She'll either want to help, or she'll skulk about and she'll divert my attention, or she'll end up sticking her head in. And we made a decision that we weren't going to put her on social media at all. We just figured it was safer that way. I'm not some parents love to include their kids, which is fab, and it's lovely seeing those sorts of videos, but also she's got the attention span of a gnat, and she doesn't sit still for very long, so she wouldn't be here for that long anyway. Oh, and also, can I show you my beautiful autumn cup? I don't know if you can see it. You might not be able to. It says, Hello Autumn. This was part of the Sainsbury's autumn range, and I wanted to get it when I first saw it, and then I forgot about it, and then I saw it again on Halloween, and they'd made it cheaper. So I bought it, and it's autumn, and I love autumn, and it's orangey, browny, spicy orange, so it's pretty. But yeah, so I have spent this week off and on clearing and cleaning more of the spare room, We are hoping to get her in there by the middle of December because I realised that her art desk downstairs is right where the Christmas tree goes. So not only do we need to get her out of her smaller room because she's too big for it, but also I need the desk shifting so I can put the Christmas tree up. And I'm hoping to make some Christmas decorations this year. I did make one really pretty one last year and I don't know where it's gone. It's disappeared. So yes, that's what I hope to do for Christmas. I'm going to Yarndale next year. I've decided I'm saving up. I'm starting saving now because as my arm is a lot better than it was, and I'm hoping I can maybe knit some hexapuffs. It means I can go to Yarndale. And I'm hoping to do that next year. And I've decided now to add knitting to the studio. So it's going to be a studio / library / knitting area. So there'll be hopefully a comfy chair up here in what will be the studio that I can sit at when I'm at the drawing table, but also so that I can sit and read, and I can also do the odd bit of knitting, and I can have my laptop up here and I can watch movies and stuff. Although I might as well do that downstairs. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I might turn the corner downstairs where the chair is now into a little bit of a knitting area so that I can enjoy knitting at weekends and things like that. But that's really about everything, I think, for now anyway, because obviously it's getting on in time and I think the bath's full, so I need to go check. Anything else to tell you? No, nothing else really to mention. Oh, I have been watching the Woolly Badger podcast. I usually watch Stitched by Mrs. D around this. I first watched her last November, December when she did Merry Stitchmas or whatever. I can't remember what it was now. So I'm looking forward to watching Stitched by Mrs. D again. And I've been watching Finnish Knitting Stories, which I have missed so much. I've really missed watching everyone in the knitting community. I've missed Muddy Boots Maker, who I watched a lot of. I tend to binge watch YouTube videos, and I've found myself over the last few days binge watching knitting videos again. Okay, since last night. I hope to have a hexapuff to show you next time. I'm not quite sure when my next video will be because next week is a busy week. I'm going to be working in the spare room with my husband as much as we can get done. And then on Thursday, I've got steroid knee injections, so I can go spelunking about more. Basically, the steroid injections are for my arthritic knees because life doesn't suck enough without throwing arthritis at you, right? I'm hoping to do a little bit more walking. I've just bought a nice new warm coat, so I need to take it for a test drive out in the countryside somewhere. So I'm hoping to take my sketchbook out and to go spelunking, and I might possibly be able to take my knitting with me. We will see. I'm hoping to make one of those book cushion things for my daughter for Christmas. She wants books and art supplies for Christmas, so that might be quite a nice thing to make her. I know my friend's made one, so I'm going to ask for her advice. And I want to make a teepee for her bedroom as well. That's really about everything. So I'm going to leave it there because it's been quite a little while now. And it's lovely to be back. It just feels like I've not been away, but I have. I've been away for a long time. I will see you all again very soon. I'm going to go and finish my cup of tea. And I'm going to watch something on YouTube while my daughter's busy. And hopefully it won't be as long until the next video. Unfortunately, all of my knitting books and all my sewing books are boxed up. So once I find them, I might be able to share some of my favourite knitting books with you. I do have knitting novels on Audible. Maybe I can start listening to them and let you know what I think. I have a load of ideas running around my head, and I will share them at some point, probably on Facebook. But if you want to have a look at my queue on Ravelry and what I'm up to on there, then pop on along. Even leave a friend's request, or what. I don't know how you use Ravelry properly. It's been that long since I've used it. I can't quite remember. Anyway, I'm going to pop off now. I will see you all, hopefully not as long as next time. Possibly we'll leave for about 2 weeks. That'll give me time to do some more stuff in the spare room. And also I'll take you along with me because I'm going to be making cushions and hopefully curtains for my daughter's room, floor cushions and a teepee and things. So I'd like to take you along with me on that, and cushions and things. So I like making cushions, cushion covers and things. So I will see you all very soon, and have a wonderful weekend, whatever you are doing. Stay safe, stay warm, and I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you so much for sticking around, and hopefully I can start uploading again properly. It may be quite sporadic for a little while, but I'm hoping, especially in the new year, that I can upload properly and take you along on craft shop visits and things, because I need to go to the Knitters of Romley because I need some more wool now, because I have a pattern book I'm following and it was the place I got the wool from in the first place. I'm really hoping they've got the wool there still. So anyway, I will stop rambling. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all very, very soon. Okay, bye now.